world hero.
Yeah, for those of you who used to watch the English dub when it used to be on TV, her English dub name was Serena.
Serena, Amy, Ray, Lita, and Mina. Okay, so here's the history of it. The entire series actually started with a codename Sailor V, which who's actually intern Sailor Venus. And basically, in July 6, 1992, the very first Sailor Moon manga has been released, and basically the anime arrived soon after, so they were both released at the same time. That's why you have like a lot of filler episodes, so the manga could catch up. And basically, in 1993, the musical started. I never watched it. I hope you guys did. And in February 8th, and it actually went from the 90s. In February 8th, 1997, the very last episode of the anime, episode 200, came out. And basically, like after like a few, the musicals ended in about 2001. But a few years after that, they had the live action series. How many of you have watched the live action series? How many of you loved it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Only just a couple minutes? Wow.
Aww. And basically, as you all, like if any of you watched, in September 2013, there was a new musical named Sailor Moon La Reconquista.
Really? Spanish name? Huh?
La Reconquista? Conquista? Is it Italian or French?
No, Conquista.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm Asian. I don't know how to pronounce it.
No, it's La Reconquista.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I like murdered it. Okay, and you're basically the main character of it. Okay, the first one. Wait, can you guys see?
Yeah. Alright, everyone in the back can see, right?
Everyone in the back? Just want to make sure?
Show a thumbs up if you can see it.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you.
Okay. Skinny go after. Basically we start with Usagi Tsukino, also known as Serena in the English dub, who's Sailor Moon. And this is like a lot of versions of her. Like the first two on your left would be the brand new 2014 anime coming out next month. Who was excited? And basically the two like top and the bottom are from the original 90s anime as Princess Serenity and Sailor Moon herself.
Yeah, it looks like they cleaned up a lot of details for the next one.
Yeah, I have seen people complain about like how the design looked in the old one, even though it was like really nice. The top right corner would be the live action, and I'll like actually explain like why she had like black hair later on. And the one on the bottom right would be the new like Sailor Moon musical. There is also the second season of the musical coming out next month as well, called Petite and Stranger. Next is Sailor Mercury, Amy Mizuno, whose character apparently in the manga is doubts herself in Mortar and Repent. There's the new design, the old design, live action, and musicals. She's basically like the smart one, but people think she's useless, but she's not. Like if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't be able to like battle like with like actual strategies without her. Plus, she's actually facing the hell of like lightning while she was calculating it. Who's able to like crouch or stand with like being attacked while calculating everything? Okay. Wait, if you guys were struck by lightning, would you guys actually still be able to be on your computer? Like really?
Yeah, there's actually really not that much of a difference between her character, between the new one and the old one.
Well, actually,
just like clean up details.
Actually, like once I get to like the slide, I'll have to explain like the differences.
Oh, okay.
And next is like Ray Hino, Sailor Mars. Well, I know like a lot of people like her, a lot of people don't like her. Because in the English, like in the anime and or English dub, people think that she is a total witch. You know, always like Usagi and everything. In the new one, she actually does look like more mature, more like the manga version of herself. There's also like the anime version where she's like a little more childish. And then there's the live action and the new musical. You actually see like how the difference between the live action and the musical. Like the musical actually does look a bit more mature. Wait, I forgot something. And basically, she's considered like the firepower of it, not the strongest, but she is like secondary command after another Senshi. And then there's Makoto, aka Mako-chan, and Lita. She doesn't really have an official catchphrase, so everyone usually goes in the name of Jupiter, I'll punish you, because that's usually what she uses in like the live action. She's actually, she's like butch. Like people think of her as like butch, like a female Hercules, but she's actually like pretty feminine. She's like really feminine.
Show of hands, how many people love Sailor Jupiter? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Feminine. And basically, I actually did like the live action version of her because they actually did show both sides of her without going all boy crazy. Because she goes boy crazy and she's like, he looks like my senpai. Like every single boy she meets, like he looks like my senpai. Can I date him? He looks like my senpai. I think that same characteristic also went was like musical when she fell for Nephrite. Yeah, Nephrite. But she didn't actually say he looks like my senpai. So it's funny though. And then there's also Minako, who's basically the soldier of like love and beauty. Sorry about like the head being cut off in the last pictures, because I tried to like fit them all in. Because she also has like the Sailor V form, the Sailor Venus form, the live action, the new form, and the musical. She actually is like she's not that serious in the musical, but she actually does know her mission in the musical. Hopefully in the new anime she would be serious, but a bit ditzy at the same time. Because like in the old anime she wasn't that serious. Like she's too ditzy. Even like the Sailor V manga, like still that she's ditzy, but like after she realized what her mission.
She was my least favorite one among the Sailor Scouts.
Actually in the manga she is serious, but she only found out like how serious her mission is like after facing the Emperor.
She still is.
Okay. Don't underestimate her. No.
Oh, just saying.
And then there's Mamoru Chiba, Capito Mask, aka Darien, the one who's like kidnapped or killed or brainwashed all the time. He's basically the only man on the team, and I basically had a crush on him since the beginning. Kind of had a crush on him now. Very sorry, kind of awkward. And basically, like people have been asking if there's like actually like a Sailor Earth. There is no Sailor Earth. It's just him. So people would think that he's like a male version of it. And basically in the musical he's played by a female. Some people complain about it, some people are okay about it. I actually didn't mind because she actually did it really well. Basically the only picture I had of him in the live action was when he was evil. For like an episode.
Still good looking though.
Still good looking. Still good looking. I have actually no idea what the actor is now. But people like someone corrected me last year, like I actually thought he was useless, but he's not. He actually gives like moral support to the girls. Now like physical support, like moral. Although for some reason, like someone on Tumblr pointed out, like if he could have saved like any of the girls, he could have just like tackled both like himself and the girl away rather than like pushing her away and taking him himself. It's kind of awkward for me to think about that. And then here's like the least favorite scout in the Western fandom. Chibi Moon. Chibi Moon, and Rini. And basically she's from the 30th century. She's actually 900 years old in the form of a 5-year-old girl. 5 years old, actually 900. She actually doesn't age until she gains her powers as like Sailor Moon. And basically no idea how it's possible. Like she has black hair, she has blonde hair, she comes with pink hair. He has I think it's like green eyes, she has blue eyes, and she comes out with red eyes. But the thing is, like according to the original creator, it's like she's supposed to resemble an actual bunny, which actually makes sense.
To be honest.
And basically, like she's considered weak in the anime because whenever she uses her attack, it does nothing. In the manga, she kills people with it. In the anime, it does nothing. And basically, as I said, not very popular in the Western world because in the English dub, she's like more bratty than the actual sub. She's like more bratty.
Yeah, I remember that.
And as if you heard the comedian, she gets in the way of miracle romance every single second, and so many people complain about it. And she's the youngest member to have a boyfriend. which means
What is up with that?
which means everyone but Sailor Moon, Sailor Uranus, and Sailor Neptune are forever alone. Ouch. Which is like very sad because she's 8 years old and she's dating a Pegasus.
Well, technically it says in the manga she's 900, so.
8 years old in the anime. 8 years old in the anime and she's dating a Pegasus. Pretty sad, isn't it? And we're all, like, some of us here are forever alone as well. And basically, here are the outer senshi. People have been asking if they're going to be in a new reboot. This is the first season, not the third. Or the second. And basically, we have Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune. They are lesbians. Do not say they are cousins, or I will slap you. They are lesbians. They have a lot of lesbian moments together. In the episode where Seiya and Usagi dated, how did that said? Touch me gently. Michiru said, I'll do that at home.
Not just fan service, apparently.
It's not just fan service. They even had the moment before like what happened in the third season when Neptune and Uranus were actually like led to a plot by Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys remember that episode where I cried a lot. And basically there's also Sailor Saturn and Sailor Pluto who weren't actually like given like a lot of attention, fairly like Sailor Saturn. But currently when she's like a human, she's like a small child that she uses age, but like once she transforms she becomes older. Can anyone explain that to me, please? Magic? Moon magic! Alien magic! Oh yeah.
Whoever said anime watching, thumbs up.
Okay, this is like the most common question I have seen in the Sailor Moon text. Will Sailor Pluto be in the new anime if they have a second season? Like, I know some of you are joking, but some of you are too stupid to keep on asking that, so she'll still be a planet and a sentient.
Yeah.
I mean, Sailor Pluto was created before they even announced that Pluto is no longer an actual planet. You cannot change canon. You can't. You can't. If you're gonna say that Sailor Pluto is not a planet, I will like smack you with my wooden pickaxe. Yes. Yeah, this pisses me off. I see it all over Tumblr and I'm like, shut up, you idiot.
Yeah, it would be pretty stupid
You
to
human.
take Pluto out, considering she was
Stupid
in all the
human.
other seasons.
I said make Pluto a planet again.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make a petition about that. Yeah, read my mind. And here are the endings of the 5 seasons.
Dun dun dun!
Okay, so
Wait,
first we have the Dark Kingdom, which is like, because it's a Queen Beryl, the Fortune Tenu, and Italia. I'm not gonna talk about the one on like the bottom center, not yet. Basically, everyone who read the manga knows that the Shitenu, like the 4 generals, are actually belong to Endymion, but they're brainwashed, and they didn't actually like come back to life. They just like, remain at stone after they were killed. And Beryl the Cougar. Like really, she's like all over Endymion, like always like trying to get her, like refuses the fact that he loves someone else, and like still trying to get him out of way, like brainwashing him to love her, and I'm like, girl, you are doing everything wrong.
Got some serious issues there.
And if you watch the anime, right there in the bottom center, that is Boy Fight. That's a Sailor Moon. Just to like lure Sailor Moon into a trap and then kill him.
Takes it back, doesn't it?
Good thing is he and Kenzai were gay in the anime until they turned him into a woman in the dub, just so he could like pull off the cosplay. I found it very upsetting. Huh? It is amusing. Like he's cross-dressing. It's funny. Cross-dressing, but he did die beautifully. Okay, for the second season, there is a filler arc called the Makaiju, which is basically like 2 siblings who are aliens and a giant tree. It took about like 10-15 episodes. And basically, they have a crush on Ryoko romance a lot. Like Alan has a crush on Usagi, and Anne has a crush on Mamoru. It gets like in a situation. But the thing is, like people, like if you read it closely, you do not really see them as siblings. Some people see them as lovers. Somewhat, I see nods over here. I see nods over here. Like you actually see them as like lovers.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture right now and I can see it.
Yeah. Thank you. But the thing is, like the Anne almost died, and then like they actually got out of Earth, realizing like they don't really need to like hurt people just to survive. I find that really touching, sibling bonds. And here's the Black Moon, which is probably like everyone's like almost everyone's favorite arc. I know that because my sister loves it, the girl I follow on Tumblr loves it, and it drives you to tears. Except for the breakup arc. Basically, the one in charge is like Wise Man, who's also known as Death Phantom, which is basically like a giant like skull made out of like, dark energy. There's also Prince Diamond, who is always after Sailor Moon. I have no idea why, especially when he went after her past self.
Evil-wise, or like you talking evil-wise or romance-wise?
Yes. Like kind of both. Like he has like a giant crush on her. Have you not seen the sequence?
No, I've seen it.
You've seen it, but he's always like watching her. He like kidnapped her one time and tried to have her kiss him.
Yeah, that was awkward.
It took him until like the last minute to accept the fact that she doesn't love him. And then he died. Very sorry for those who haven't watched it. And then there's his brother.
I'd say there would be spoilers.
And then there's his brother Sapphire, the one with the blue hair. Like, he's basically like the one who watches out for Diamond and like always tries to warn him about Wiseman, but then he ends up dying by Wiseman's hands, and then like Diamond like kind of regrets it, kind of doesn't, because they're like they're brothers. There's also Esmeralda, who really wants to play with Diamond. Like she always tries to impress him. No matter what she does, he won't love her. She even turned into a dragon and died for him, which is very depressing.
I'm glad I related love.
And then there's Rubius and the Ayakashi sisters. Rubius is basically the player. Like always like messing with the sister's mind, like trying to get them to like do things that he doesn't feel like doing. And like in the manga, they only have like one chapter to themselves, and they died at the end of it. In the anime, they were purified by Sailor Moon because they do not like in anime. There's like not actual deaths until they're really ridiculously evil. And then Rubius died in the spaceship. Asked Esmeralda to help. She left him there. He died by fire. By fire with fire. And there's also I forgot about Black Lady. How come no one told me that? I forgot about Black Lady.
I thought you were going to go there.
I know. So basically, Black Lady is as we can tell, like an adult evil version of Sailor Chibi Moon. And basically, she was actually brainwashed by Wise Man, thinking that like nobody loves her and that she should get stronger on her own and like join him. And basically, she was about to kill her parents, which made no sense because if she killed them, she would no longer exist.
Yeah, makes
she would no longer
sense
exist
whatsoever.
It would make sense to kill her mom in Crystal Tokyo, but like in the 20th century, no, she'd be gone.
Yeah.
And I actually felt bad for Luna P in the manga. Felt so bad for him. He was like knocked away. And then the third season would be the Deathbusters, which is basically Pharaoh 90 and Mistress 9, which is like which is right here. The one on like the top. And there's also Professor Tomo, who is the father of Hotaru, who is like Sailor Saturn, who if you read the manga, Sailor Saturn is actually a cyborg. Like if you guys know about it. But the thing is, Miyako Takuichi, the creator of film, she actually wanted Sailor Mercury to be a cyborg, but since the death was like so tragic, the editor didn't allow, so instead she like bounced it off to Sailor Saturn. So like her backstory was like worthy enough to be a cyborg. And you have which is 5. They're all dead, like by like various reasons. I saw like 2 girls dressed as the twins. It was amazing. I was so happy to see that. And basically there are the 3 talismans. And basically if you like gather them together in the anime, it would create a chalice. And Kaori 9. Basically the one who wants Professor Tomo's attention every single second in the anime, but she dies because he's power hungry for Mr. 9.
Christian Bishop?
Yeah. I saw the news and I was like, what? No. And basically, like if you see like a black cloud almost on like the top right corner, those are basically the diamonds in the manga, but they're actually like in the anime they create like monsters of the day because it's like more fun. But like within like every single season, like the minions are basically like nothing. They're just like some kind of like strange, weird forms taken, like almost like weird monsters that no one really knows what they are. And basically in the anime they aim for like heart crystals. If it's like not from you for too long, you become unpure and then die. Imagine the pain of that. You guys, like, it's even so painful, especially when it happens with the diamonds from Coyote Night. It's scary. Then here's the Dead Moon Circus. Not many people like that season because it focuses more on Chibi Moon than like the other scouts. And basically, the one in charge is Queen Helenia, who wanted to become like beautiful, eternally beautiful. And in the anime, she did it by taking like everyone's dream mirrors, which are seen on the bottom center. And basically, Zirconia, the one on the top center, would be a manifestation of like her fear of turning ugly. And basically, he's in charge of the Amazon trio and the Amazonas quartet. And basically, like their job is to create havoc and essentially like to torture the Senshi. Like in the manga sense, they had to torture the Senshi. And basically the Lemurus, which is like those black fuzz balls, I have no idea what they are. They feel like black fuzz balls that just like stick to you and like suck away your energy or like dream energy. It seems scary. And in the manga they're actually aimed after like the golden crystal, so that's actually like possessed by Pegasus rather than Tuxedo Mask, which got me really confused. But then it made sense like in the manga because they actually did say that Pegasus like was the one who guards it and like lets him have it. I actually find it very sad that like Nehelenia has to I actually find it in anime Nehelenia lives because she gets to restart her life, but in the manga I think she dies. Very sad. And then there's the 5th season, which has been cut off from the dub. I think it might come out for the new dub, right?
Yeah. They specifically announced it.
Uncut.
Yeah.
Good. I do not want any.
They specifically said that in the announcement video.
Oh yeah, awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Thing is, Hulu does not allow ad block, which got me so. Got me so sad. And basically Shadow Galactica is like the big boss. Like the one in charge of it is like Chaos, and it's revealed that he's the one in charge of every single anime that has happened within like the past 4 seasons. And he's in charge of like Sailor Galaxia. In the anime she's known as like the most powerful Senshi in the galaxy. But she's in the manga she's actually like an ordinary girl who wants to like gain more power, so she created a contract with Chaos. And basically like created like Shadow Galactica. And like as you've seen, there's only about like 4 of the Sailor animes that appeared in the anime, but I actually did like it somewhat. But the thing is, like there's always like something weird about it. Like all the Sailor animes came from their own planets, but they weren't Senshi in the first place. So then in order to become a Senshi, they had to take away the Sailor Crystal Bell from the one in charge of the planet. Like each Senshi has their own Sailor Crystal. If you take away the Sailor Crystal, the person dies as well as the planet. Does anyone understand? And basically, there's also Sailor Cosmos. People think that she's like the ultimate form of Sailor Moon, but it's like is it canon? Like is Sailor Cosmos like actually like the ultimate form of Sailor Moon? Like I'm not sure if it's actually canon. People think it is, some people think it's not.
It's not. It says specifically in the manga that Sailor Cosmos can never match the final active power of Eternal Sailor Moon.
Oh, okay. Okay, definitely sure. And basically Sailor Cosmos only exists in the manga. But there's also Sailor Chibi. Chibi Chibi. No one knows exactly what she is, like, because, like, no, there's like different forms of her. Like in the manga, she's actually like Sailor Cosmos in the disguise of like a little girl, In the anime, she's actually Sailor Galactic Starseed, which is actually like takes the place of the Sailor Crystals.
I need to stick to one thing.
They need to stick with, no, because like remember, like the manga and the anime came out like at the same time, so they don't really know what the exact plot is.
True.
That's how terrible it was. Good thing is the creators actually had more time in the anime. So basically, no one knew. So it's really hard to tell like which chibi you're talking about, unless. And there's also more senshi such as the Sailor Starlight. And this is like one of the reasons why the season was cut out, because when they're human, they're guys. When they transform, they're girls. You turn from like one gender to another. Is that, like, no one knows if that's possible. According to America, it's not appropriate for children. America.
That's why I felt,
Really?
That's why I felt gender confused.
Still not as bad as Neptune and Uranus being cousins.
Oh my god,
Okay,
no.
point taken.
Do you know how many lesbian moments they have and they still say they're cousins?
I just never understood. So incest is better than lesbians?
It makes no sense, like, really? If you're old enough, you can actually tell when they're having lesbian moments together in the English dub. But like little kids, like they're not really sure, so they still think they're their cousins. But like as they grow up, watch this stuff, they're like, oh my god, they're lesbian. Why didn't I know of this? What is wrong with you, America?
I thought the same thing when I thought the same thing when I started rewatching it. You used to love it as a kid, then when they showed the moments, I'm like, yikes.
Obvious that the Sailor Moon obviously stays down south where it's okay to do those things with your cousins.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently.
It's down south.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently so.
I never really understand the whole point of the lesbian cousin thing and what is yet stand up.
I could have sworn I read somewhere with Uranus that her form, she was basically a guy that can flip his gender and change into a girl.
Oh yeah, one of the foreign dubs do that. Like they make her a guy, but then like as she transforms, she turns into a girl, much like the Sailor Starlight.
So much gender confusion.
So much gender confusion.
Yes.
But the thing is, like the first associate appears at the end of it, you can see her chest. You can see her chest. Please explain that to me. Please explain that to me. Like you're a guy and you have a huge chest. That's the weird thing with me. That's just the weird thing ever.
Because everybody loves boobies.
I don't. You know what? Just tell you're a lesbian now. I've been doing that for the past 5 months.
Alright, now we go to the movies.
And there are the enemies of the movies, like R, S, and Super S. The R movie involves like Fiori, who goes gay over Mamoru every single minute and tries to get taken away.
Awkward, but that was a lot.
But then the thing is, he actually does kind of gain sense somewhat until the Cassinian flower mind controls him into doing evil, trying to kill Sailor Moon whenever he gets his chance. It's like really weird. And in the S movie, which actually maybe was talking about like Luna trying to like get some romance and falls over a human, and I'm like, that makes no sense in the anime. You're a cat. You're only a cat. In the manga, it makes sense because you're like part human who's actually transformed into a cat.
She turned human a little bit in that one episode where she falls in love with the guy or something.
That's the movie.
Oh, yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like to save him or something.
Right.
So yeah, and basically you have like Princess Kaguya, which is like from a comet, and it actually tried to attack Earth and like freeze it, but was knocked like sent away by the silver crystal. Like if you heard right, because there's like a certain light that like sent it away, but it came back to like freeze again. And basically, what I noticed, like the first time he attacked Earth, there were freezing people, there were people screaming, but once they were gone and people unfroze, and you still see them in the shock face, just randomly go back to everything's normal. It's like, yep, everything's all done. The Sailor Senshi solved everything. Let's just go back to work. Nothing wrong. Oh, that car is broken. Oh, it's fine. That guy got freeze burn. No, that's fine. Oh, that guy got killed by an icicle. No, that's fine. Yeah.
What do you want for lunch?
What do you want for lunch? I sandwich, because like characters are frozen because I got hit by snow.
Dude, we just like froze for like a day. Dude, let it go.
I was frozen
Let
today.
it go!
That was good.
I'm sorry. And then frozen. It still exists. And then there's the Super S movie that involves like more about like dreams, the black dream hole. I have like the uncut English dub at home. I was watching it and I'm like, I finally see the part that they cut out. It was so good that they cut it out because it's not appropriate for children.
Wait, what did they cut out? Because I only have like the.
Like when Sailor Moon and Peru went to a black dream hole to save Sailor Chibi Moon, but then the sensei becomes naked.
Of course.
They're like glowing in their own color, but they're like butt naked.
Oh, you mean like in the R movie where like frickin' what's his name grabs her tit and then she's all like naked.
No, yeah, almost like that. Almost like that. So like they were like their energy was being drained, so they were like it was like you know when they transform, they're kind of like naked, like almost like that kind of thing. Almost like that kind of thing. But the thing, and there's also like the 4 fairies. So far, I'm not sure if like all 4 of them are brothers. But I do know like the top 2 are brothers. The bottom 2, I'm not really sure. And there's Body Yanu. I have no idea what she is. She is not the size of a regular human. She's like a giant. I have no idea how she's a giant. Like, is that even possible? Like, I remember like fighting a giant who turned into like a black dream hole. It's kind of weird. It's Sailor Moon. Yes, it's Sailor Moon.
Anime logic defies all.
Anime logic defies all.
Remember that.
Yes.
I find it interesting that all the like villains don't have shirts. They all just have
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing about that.
like I always noticed it, but I always watched the movie separately, so it never connected that every single one of them.
Well, wait. Body Yanu's not wearing a shirt?
Fadiano has a bow.
Oh,
It's like a bow covering the chest.
oh my god, she had a leotard on. Oh, I've been lied to the whole time.
She does not have on. That's her belly button.
I've been lied to my entire life.
It's okay.
I am very sorry. But yeah, all the female leads of the movies are I don't know why. I'm not sure why. Yeah, because boobs.
Who knows? Maybe it was to get more guys to watch it.
Okay, and then like here are the musicals that like as I said, they ran from like the 90s to like 2001. I never saw it because like one, I can't really find like a really good quality with the sub version, as well as the fact that they kind of creeped me out of it. They kind of creeped me out of it, and Saturn's a bit too tall, and Pluto's a bit too short. Really? Sailor was taller than her. Like Pluto was the tallest out of all of them.
Saturn's supposed to be like what, 14? Like
I think she's supposed to be a little older than Chibiusa, but she's younger than the 5 centimeters.
so she shouldn't be that tall.
She shouldn't be that tall, and Pluto shouldn't be that short. She should be as tall as like Tuxedo Mask. Pluto should be as tall as Tuxedo Mask. I have no idea why she's like shorter than Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon's like the shortest of the 5. Have you seen me at 5'1"?
I'm taller than you by half an inch.
17 of 5'1". And then here's the new musical, Sailor Moon La Reconquista.
La Reconquista.
Thank you. I keep murdering it. And basically, it was announced on the 4th, like the same day as the Momoko concert, because they also wanted to have like a live performance of the of Moonlight Densetsu. Oh yeah, and just so you know, there are many people asking like if Ultimate Senso or Moonlight Densetsu was the opening, and I'm like, dude, even the girls don't know what the opening is. They don't know what the opening is, so it can't be Moonlight Densetsu. It might be, but it's not. Unless, wait, who watched the trailer? Okay, you guys are in for a good day.
Yay.
And basically, this one follows the manga storyline somewhat, but it does have like some differences in it. Because it starts off with a game show. There is no game show at all. And there is finally romance between the Senshi and the Shiteru, especially Amy and Zoiside. Who was so happy about the Amy and Zoiside shipping? I was so happy.
Okay, here's what I don't get. Why is the title La Reconquista other than Spanish? I don't understand.
She likes foreign titles. She likes foreign titles.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and then basically it ran from like September 13th to the 23rd, so it ran for about like a week or two. And basically they have a second one coming out called Between Stranger for the second season. And here you go, Pluto! Here you go! Here's your proof that Pluto is still freaking sentient! Woo. And if any of you are wondering why there are two chibi moons, there's like a child labor act where anyone under the age of 18 is not allowed to act for like a certain amount of time, so they're either like rotating or something. So, and they actually have done it in the original clone.
Huh? So in other words, she has to be cloned, or?
No, it's like rotating. Like one does one show, one does another, or like one does one act, one does another act. I just dropped it.
Okay, thank God that wasn't open.
So it's like the Olsen twins from Full House.
Yeah. It's like, almost like that. But yeah, like child labor laws. You can't really ignore it. You can't ignore child labor laws. Yeah. And besides, we're not really sure like how long the musical can actually last, depending on like how long it takes like between the acts for like to rest. And here are the differences, and very sorry about the photo, it disturbs you.
Yeah, it's a little disturbing.
Like the manga is like more edgy than the anime. I think
Lots of more graphics.
like lots of like you can see Sailor melting. Like even when like Cecilia Mac was kidnapped by the Dark Kingdom, there was that one shot of him melting, and I screamed and I closed the book. I don't know. No, this was from a dream. This was from a dream. Yeah, it was like from a nightmare in a dream arc. So like.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And anime does have a lot of perverseness, because like you can see like Minako nose bleeding.
Yeah, you can.
Just by thinking of the fact that Luna was taking a bath with Sailor Star Healer. Like enjoy his tickling, and a lot more is like written right there in the subtitles. And then there's like the musicals and its characters. Like the musicals actually adds on like a lot of characters. Like since I never watched it, I never understood why they would add more characters. Like that was Sailor starting. They also add like a bit more Sailor animation. And I'm like, what is this? They're like you're adding way too many senshi onto like the list of it, and it's already like so long with 10 of them just for this solar system. There's also the video games. They don't really have like an exact plot, but they do have their own plot. Like I don't ever play Sailor Moon Another Story. The one with like the opposition.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely.
Like was it good? It was good?
You haven't played it?
Huh?
You haven't played it?
I tried playing it, but I just couldn't get the file to
I can help with that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You forget it. And there's also like the live action in the manga. The live action is actually based more of the manga, and the creator actually did have more time to like get involved with it. And someone did say, I heard from someone that it might be like the exact way that the creator wanted it. But unfortunately, the new anime is like sticking more closer to the manga than like what Miyako wants, even though she will be working with them. So hopefully the anime will turn out fine. Like hopefully.
Look at it this way. If they're following the manga, at least they're following some more detail.
Exactly.
Especially on stuff that.
And if they do the 5th season, Chibi will be Sailor Cosmos and not a sword. I don't like. Who would use a child as a weapon? Really?
You ever watched Soul Eater?
Touche. Okay, so any of those who watch the live action differences, sorry about the spoilers. There are a lot of spoilers, there's a lot of differences.
Yeah, please don't hate on us.
Please don't hate on us. Have you seen in the character slides, you have seen that like they have like black or brown hair rather than like the colored hair? But the thing is, when they transform, their hair turns like brown or black to like their actual color. But here's the thing, it's really good for disguise, but you can't really disguise yourself if you're calling each other by their actual name. They're like,
Yeah.
Instead of saying like Moon or Mars, I'm like that's how Sailor Mercury became kidnapped and turned into that thing. That and because her friends are too busy to pay attention to her and left her alone. Really? What does that although I do love her. She's evil, she doesn't care, and she wants to kill. There's nothing better than that. Like, the nicest person has like the worst dark side. As you can tell just by looking at it, just by looking at that. It's like, she's beautiful. And basically, as you've seen in the anime and the manga, like to communicate, you use like